So we're at the dead realm. Obviously, back to the big conversation about this. However, when referring to like people's stats, people's credentials, people's licensing, and knowledge from past lives, hence this life is not the first; it's considered last, meaning there was many lives before. If it's similar to a video game, then there's 3 lives. And so there's 3 before this life of entering here. However, we're not going to add the timing, for example, days lengthened, shortened, or repeated years and life in the last life or lives prior. Considering the elements, the trials, and the control and uses and abuse that many could be or had been of experiencing. Since they know who the biblical bees are, since that is tested, since the hospital visit, since acute babies and blood draws and so on. So they do know who is who, and they do know possibly what element is what element. But we're not talking about the government, and we're not talking about the law enforcement or anyone here. We're talking about someone else, yeah. And we're referring to like uses of people and entities, eyes as cameras, bodies as and entities as weapons, including the ones that biblical that had gone to military service and or places of violence. So if you notice someone that doesn't look like somewhere, yeah, but they are like wearing like military clothes and or law enforcement clothes and or anything relating to the governmental system. First off, it's like it's legal for every person, yeah. So like, how are people getting these items, yeah? And then we're looking at the American school system. It's a lot of catching up. It's a lot of symbolically U.S., not USA, but U.S. is in purgatory, as in passy law and under and so on, yeah. So it's the GPS and so on. It says U.S., yeah. It doesn't say USA. It says U.S. So if you're a USA citizen and you live in U.S., if you look around and observe, every single person is pretty much dead. Or sick and ill in some way or another, mentally, physically, and or emotionally. By the understanding of people residentials of U.S. and not in USA, the only understanding of our reservation is many are in purgatory and haven't been able to physically leave this location. Hence, the map only sends you to U.S. no matter what they say in references to USA. You can get a passport that says United States of America, like I did, but I'm located in U.S. So the school system is like fast catch-ups, a lot of credentials, a lot of documents in the high school years, and a lot of catching up to knowledge that you had before or abilities you learned before, including the acknowledgments of your education and abilities. In documentations, it's really fast catch up. It's not really school compared to British curriculums elsewhere in the place of existence around here, yeah. So they don't really teach in depth in USA. It's a lot of like purgatory catch up. So when it goes to Asia, it's a lot of experience, street smarts, and a lot of death and magic and a bunch of different types of education and experience that I do there. But when I come here, it's a lot of like powers of this place that's like purgatory, like vaccines, injections, hospital, school education catch up, and a lot of assignments relating to purgatory. So when we're thinking about like the supposed objects, the money, the income, and everything else that everyone gets, it seems to differ. And when we're thinking about like the differences, yeah, it's someone's paying me from a government somewhere, yeah, in like a really old time. Considering that, how old am I, yeah? As of now, it's 2022. Still, and I'm getting income from somewhere else. That's seriously like an old time, and the economy system here is like the future. So everyone's like, I'm a kid, yeah. So they send me to the future, and like everything's ridiculously expensive. The cheapest condo is like 250,000 US. I get 600 treasury, yeah. And the money that I get like in cash is like rainbow colors, like pink, gold, silver, and so on, yeah. And symbolism to like where these locations to purchase these items are and what bill to use, yeah. So the items and everything I'm getting, it like I don't even know how much it is, yeah. But when we're talking about like I need to leave the place I'm staying at, then where, yeah? So my dad was like, okay, you study hard, you get a job, and you figure it out. But how do I figure it out? When the job pays salary of like the past, yeah? Like $50 checks here and there, yeah? How would I ever get a place to live in USA? And then they're gonna say I'm home, but I cannot see because I'm under in my visuals, yeah? So it's like, okay, I'll wait till next lifespan to get that vaccine or injection, yeah? Anyways, when I like took a bunch of medication, vaccines, and everything to catch up to my health and the understanding of me being supposedly under, and a lot of people complaining that I don't dream and when I'm fatigued and tired, so that was monkeypox, yeah. Like I'm all over the place, yeah. But the yellow fever and the plague pills, yeah. It's like I had that like how many lives ago that I never got meds for. And during the test, it's like all negative, 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 yeah. But when I take these meds, I'm getting better and better and better, yeah. So the cover up of like how old I am and where I am and who I am is like really high, yeah. So is it only me, yeah? Since it's like, no, you don't have a divinity, but we all do, yeah? It's like, no, you don't have a house, but we all do, yeah? Funny, yeah? So they tell people it's like illegal for people to be on the streets. Illegal for the entity that's poor and doesn't have a house. Instead of the government that doesn't provide. How twisted is that? So what is the real story, yeah? And then it's like the fire station. We accept babies. Oh, so you're just gonna take someone's kid? We don't really know whose, yeah, because we're not having real sex here. But we're just gonna take someone's kid, put them in the system, and whatever else, yeah. But you're not gonna provide me money or reimbursements of having the child in my body, yeah. And like these supposed, perhaps, yeah, skepticism of someone else fucking in real and transferring kids in people's bodies, yeah. So someone's gonna say it's the government's fault. So whose fault is it, yeah? Anyways, I also heard shit like someone works in the hospital can't go to psychiatry. Because they're going to alarm it off as this person's sick, too sick to work. Well, maybe this person's getting sick because they're not going to psychiatry often, yeah? What's illegal for the establishment? The corporate, the places like that, doesn't provide proper health care, yeah? How is it illegal for the employees? The brain mind functions of logical sense is backwards here. So it's like, okay, these group of people are the living dead. Let's shove them here and say all this twisted shit and let them deal with it, yeah? Right? So I sent this letter to my aunt, yeah, about Social Security. And my aunt thinks that, like, I owe Social Security treasury of mine 600 US. So when she receives documents similar to mine, yeah, her brain functions as she owes. So I'm wondering about, like, everything that I got, yeah, in the document, yeah. Like, in the place I work, yeah, and places I go to, yeah. What's the message to me? If that's the message to her, yeah. So if it's treasury, yeah, I'm spending treasury of my ancestrals. Money, yeah. Treasury, yeah. And you cannot convert because it's the same amount or some twisted shit like that, yeah. So it's like I'm spending treasury paying who, yeah. So, anyways, I recall being in Asia when I was young. They didn't have, like, bus stickers to inform the exact price of one-way rides on the truck bus. However, I recall, like, foreigners just going there, like, we're just going to give 100 Thai baht and then, like, walk off and hopefully he doesn't say anything. So, it's similar to that, yeah, in the thought concept of, like, people gaining from people, yeah. And it's universally. it's seriously universally. And who is the real winner here, yeah? So if all is doing it, then they're doing it to someone at the, like, at the level of, like, beyond boss, yeah? So maybe I have to clean up this area's infestation of bad port air from the flu vacuum everyone else's streets and everything else, yeah? Then they're probably charging treasury of, like, billions, yeah? And it's probably something that someone couldn't pay, yeah? Because someone doesn't have that, like, magic power to just, like, beam and say, okay, it's fine now. And we don't know why, yeah? Because magic's real, statue's real, church's real, everything's real, yeah? Divinity is real, yeah? It's not broken. So we don't know, yeah, how much you're charging someone, yeah, to clean up this area, yeah. But they're gonna say, like, you all are dead and you're all gods, so you do it yourself and figure it out, yeah. Anyways, this guy I saw on the drive passing in Acton, and he just got the flu vac, and he like remembered where he was prior entering here, and he was saying like all the buildings here are like graveyards. It's like it's not a house, it's not a home, it's not a bathroom, it's like a memorial home, the ones with windows. It's like a slot room, it's like a cremation place, it's like all these things that he saw, yeah. But it's beyond the grave in design to his visual and reality. So if that's the case, yeah, and it's lost life to me, meaning I have to live to survive, to continue the cycle of the system of longevity so it doesn't stall, break, and or damage in the universal system, then I'm gonna need vaccines, yeah. But when I go there, it's like, no, you cannot get it unless you have it. And then when I have it, I have to go get checks, doctors, x-rays, this, that, and not get the vaccine. Because they'll prescribe series of meds until I die, yeah. Weird, yeah? So if I didn't join, like, catechumen, yeah, those are the responses that I get from the nurses, from the MAs, and from the pharmacy. So how many people are there? You're over 21 years. It's too late for you to get the HPV vac. And you have to have HPV to get the vac or something like that, yeah? Or like if you have HPV, you don't get the vac, yeah? Weird, yeah? And then it's like the vaccine is to prevent. So in these places, what's an antidote? And then they claim vaccines to suck it out, yeah? So what's the serum and potion that goes in, yeah? So what's the true story that the communication system of the place of existence in purgatory is not understanding? So it's a scam and a scam, yeah? She's aged, she looks like she has money. Let's just say all this, yeah? Oh, that's to go on YouTube. Let's say all this, yeah? Might be, yeah. And then they said, like, you have to be, like, the most important person to get medications and vaccines and so on, yeah? But, let's say, like, I didn't go to catechumen. I'll still be, like, in some sort of position where I'm dead and alive, yeah? So I'll probably be on a bed the whole time, moving around, or, like, concave, death within, in the body. And since its last life, yeah, it's almost like the universal powers had me get up and go to those classes and do all those things. Because, yeah, because someone that needs something is who, yeah. So it's like, don't tell this that person, this that vaccine, hop get it, and don't say, because it's gonna run out, yeah. Well, it's almost like they have factories to, like, mass produce, yeah. Weird, yeah, how people struggle to live when they don't even care to, yeah. And they fight to take people's meds and shit like that, yeah. People's sex life, people's houses, people's money, people's underwear. So it's almost like, oh, love universal of laws coming here. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat her. I'm gonna fuck all her boyfriend. Give me the plane where she goes to. Her path plane, yeah. Because before I came here, yeah, everyone's dead here already, yeah. So the mind functions and thoughts, it's like, I'm gonna win that way. I'm gonna get life that way. If not, yeah, I would like to know the reason. Really love to know the reason why these things are happening. So, no house for me. No this, no that, yeah. As a USA citizen, yeah. In US. So, can US give me way to USA, yeah? Instead of holding someone hostage in their territory, yeah? Which they know is illegal, yeah? So my dog last life, I had to pay money to get him back. Like 44 treasury dollars, yeah. And I got outdated by the tree for my home that it's like 5,000 strains of vaccines combined in one, yeah. So when Jacob got that before this, yeah, to catch up to all his vaccines and full health to go home with me, yeah. He said his soul was out of his body. That's how sick he was. So, why is it like being given now, yeah? Last minute. Don't tell Dad. I'm gonna find the remote in the sofa. Dad's coming home. Which is like, let's clean the house. Like, Dad's coming home. So it's like something like that, yeah. But to me, when it happened to me, I was like under 10 years old doing those things, yeah. Weird, yeah. 30 years. Is it true, yeah? That sickos are fucking me and my boyfriends, yeah.